term. I'm just trying to understand.
Gotcha. So you're asking why the balloon ranges are what they are?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. So you got to look at it like this. What we're asking the investor to do is okay, we'll use seller finance, right?
Yeah,
So on a seller finance, what is the investor getting? The investor is getting a 0% interest loan,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they're getting a cash flowing deal. And they're getting that because it doesn't have any interest on it.
Hmm.
So as soon as they have to go refinance with the balloon, which is what that is, most investors don't have, 200,000, 300,000 liquid cash just sitting in their bank account. So when it comes time for the balloon to be due and they have to pay off the balance to the seller, whatever they owe them, that's going to be at least $100,000, if not more, that they probably won't have liquid. So that means they're going to have to refinance the property. Well, when they refinance the property, what do they get? They get a mortgage with an interest rate. And depending on how the numbers shake, how good or bad the interest rate is, that could really cut into their cash flow. By giving them a long window for the balloon, they can wait until the market is optimally ranged for them to get a good interest rate, so it has the most minimum impact on their cash flow once they pull the trigger on that refi. That's all.
Got it. Okay, so does that mean we'd have to be able to have like a no prepayment penalty on the balloon to allow the investors the flexibility to do something like that?
Yeah, there shouldn't be a prepayment on the deal anyway, because this isn't a bank. So the reason why banks like prepayment penalties is because the longer you pay, the more money they make. If
Yeah,
you buy a house from them and if you buy a house and you mortgage it, let's say through Bank of America, they want you to pay it for 30 years. Because if you got a mortgage for $100,000, by the time you end up paying it off, you're going to be paying, depending on the interest rate, $250,000. That's how much money the bank will have made by loaning you the 100. So they want you to pay that off over time because they get more money. A seller isn't in that situation. They want their money as fast as possible. So there's no reason there should be a prepayment penalty put on any of our deals anyway.
okay. Yeah, just making sure. And can I run like expected like balloon numbers by just like taking the amount like the investor will pay like our seller, like seller finance, and subtract it to like determine what their balloon amount will be, and then like kind of put that into like a mortgage calculator to determine like what their payment will be?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can even do it simpler than that. So again, let's run a here. We'll do it. Let me open up my calculator. We'll run one right now. Let me share this so you can see it. Okay. So if we've got $100,000 purchase price and we're
Yeah.
going to give the seller $10,000 as a down payment, right?
Mm,
That means that well, not we, but the investor owes them 90 grand, right?
yeah.
So if we tell the seller, hey, well, we'll give you $500 a month and we'll do it on a 3-year balloon. That's a little long for $100,000, but we'll do it on a 3-year balloon. So basically, what we do is we take this $500 a month, we multiply it by 12 months because there's 12 months in a year. That's $6,000, and then
Mm,
we did a 3-year balloon. So we multiply it by 3. That's $18,000. So now we take that $90,000 that we owe them. We subtract the $18,000 that they're going to get over the life of the balloon, 3 years.
yeah.
That means that when the balloon is due, the investor owes them $72,000 cash.
Okay.
So you don't even really need a mortgage calculator or anything like. I mean, you would need a mortgage calculator if you're going to be throwing interest in there,
Yeah.
but chances are our deals shouldn't have any interest on it anyway. So it should be at 0% interest.
Gotcha. And then what, we take that 72,000 and amortize it over like 30 years, 6.5% interest, or?
Well, that depends on the type of deal. Typically, no. This is just a straight out. This would be me. So let's say you're the seller. I'm the wholesaler. This would be me saying, okay, here's what we're going to do, AJ. We're going to give you we're going to give you a purchase price of $100,000. I'm going to give you $10,000 of that cash in your pocket at closing. That means we're going to owe you $9,000. We're also going to give you, or I'm sorry, $90,000. We're also going to give you $500 a month to start paying down that balance of $90,000 that we owe you. And then
Yeah.
we'll do a 3-year balloon. So when all is said and done, you'll receive about $6,000 a year from us over the course of 3 years. That's going to be about $18,000. That means once the balloon comes due, I will hand you a check for $72,000 cash. And then that's it. You're all done. That's how,
Okay.
that's typically how you want to explain it. So you don't have to amortize any, you don't have to really do any of that if you're calculating just this portion.
Okay, yeah, but the investor obviously, assuming they don't have 72,000 liquid, what would this look like on their end, just so I can understand it, you know?
Sure. So on their end, they're paying $500 a month at 0% interest on a $90,000 loan balance.
Mhm.
And then sometime between closing and the 3-year balloon period, they need to refinance the property in order to pay off that $72,000. Now, there's no way for you to predict what the interest rates are going to be between now and 3 years. So don't try. Like,
Yeah.
don't try. Like that's not only like I'm all for things that are, taking on responsibility that's not really ours. Um, but don't I wouldn't even do that.
Okay. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Gotcha. And then, so like I ran into like an issue in Texas. They used like some track contract, and the agent was like, "This isn't even on the proper formatting." And I was like, "Whoa, what the?" So like I found that like some states have like state issued contracts that they have to use. Like, can we comply with those, or what can we can and can't do? You know?
Yeah, so those state contracts that real estate agents often bring up, the Trek contract for Texas, the FAR contract for Florida, you can only get access to those if you're a real estate agent. So you only have two options. You can ask the real estate agent and just let them know. Again, you know me, tell them the truth. Hey, I don't have access to that contract. I'm not a real estate agent. If you want to send me a copy, then I can go ahead and fill it out. Or I'll send you my contract filled out. You can transfer over the terms from my contract to the contract you're more comfortable with, and then send it to me and I'll sign it. And more often than not, they'll go for that one.
Okay, so that's easy fix. I also found that like on like the contracts they do like certain like wording, like they'll put like my name or my LLC as the buyer, and it'll be like buyers buy slash and or assigns. So does like is that like the right wording that we'll see on these contracts? Because I don't want to like buy these things, obviously.
Yeah, that's absolutely the right terminology. So and there's a bunch of different ways to do it, but basically it means that you're the buyer or you can assign it to someone else. As long as it says some variation meaning that, you're good. And the terminology you just laid out is what's typical. Most people just use that.
That's that's insane to hear that. I have let two deals fall through the cracks because I thought I was going to have to buy it because of that wording. That's awful. One
Hey,
more thing.
did you know ahead of time?
Did I know what?
Did you know that was the right way to do it?
No, I thought I because it said buy slash and or signs. I thought like it was supposed to be like specific that I'm just going to assign it. So when the contract said buy or assign, I told like the agent, I'm like, yeah, I have no intention of like buying this. I'm purely wholesaling it, and it ended up falling through because I didn't know what that meant. That's that's definitely eye opening to hear. That's
Gotcha.
kind of,
I mean, look, man, it happens, and everybody's new.
yeah,
Everybody. And now that you know now, you won't make that mistake again.
exactly,
So you
exactly.
can't beat yourself up for shit like that. Everybody's new in the beginning. Shit, I was new. The only reason I'm good at this is because I've messed up more than most people.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I get that. It's a grind getting to trying to learn all this stuff for sure.
Well, how long have you been wholesaling?
Well, I started like, just like researching it, kind of dabbling in and out since like March, April. And I would say like May is when I started to really pick it up. I discovered like off market cash, and I kind of learned like the grind of that. It's just like hundreds of hours of cold calling. And then I think like a few weeks later is when I kind of discovered Deal Sniper, your platform, and I've been kind of trying to get something for like month and a half now there.
Gotcha. Okay. So have you closed? This would be your first one, the ones that you were talking about. Those would have been your
I
first.
haven't closed a deal yet. You know, every time I get like close, like somewhat close, I just feel like something else comes up that I don't know how to navigate, but I guess I'm getting closer and closer every screw up. So kind of just trying to see it through to the first deal because, you know, I feel like once I get that first one, hopefully it kind of takes off from there.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, you're definitely in good company. I wish you would have taken. I wish you would have got that Jumpstart program. That would have definitely helped you. Huh?
Yeah,
That would have helped you a lot.
probably. What
What
is
it is,
the
it's kind of well, it's me. Like what you know me, but you know Calvin, right? Quentin.
Yeah, he's the one who got me in the Deal Sniper. I saw one of his shorts or something.
Yeah, yeah. Calvin's a G. So it's me, Calvin, and Daniel. Nobody knows Daniel. He's the behind the scenes fucking mastermind guru for owning real estate. Like you guys think I'm good. This guy is like 20. This guy can't be any more than like 26, 27. And he owns more properties than he can probably count. This guy is a master, and he's one of those hack masters. Like he'll tell you down to down to the decimal point how much money a flip should cost for a rehab, what you should charge for rent, how to figure that out, how you should go to for Section 8, how to maximize your multifamily. This guy's a thug. Anyway, we put this jump start together. It's like a roadmap. It's basically step by step how to start, maintain, scale your wholesaling business, and then take those profits and then flip them into your own real estate portfolio if that's the goal. Some people they wholesale to do their own thing outside of real estate, which whatever, do your thing. That's the whole point of money. It gives you options. But for people who are no, I'm going to be in real estate. Like that's how I'm going to make my fortune. That's how I'm going to build my legacy. This would be more for them. But anyway, all the mistakes that we've made, all the things that we have found that work best, that's what we put in that Jumpstart program.
Yeah, that sounds like something that definitely would have
Yeah,
been
it's pretty
beneficial
awesome.
to me.
It's pretty awesome. Plus, you get cheap records pulled for when you want to go off market. We only charge 4 cents per.
Really? That's
Oh
nice.
yeah, yeah. Because shit, you've looked at it. I remember. It's like 8 to 10 cents a pop just
I know,
for
yeah,
the
PropWire charges like
bullet
10
and
cents
skip
a skip
tracer.
trace. Yeah.
Yeah, we charge 4 cents, period, for the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen rates like that. It's really nice.
Yeah, we were partnered up with actually we're partnered up with a few bigger companies. I don't want to name drop or anything like that. But
Yeah.
because of that, we get special discounts and they only charge us 4 cents. So we're like, all right, well, we're trying to help you guys. So now you guys get charged 4 cents.
That's sick. That's very
Yeah, it's pretty
nice.
legit. It's super legit. But it's not an end all be all. Will it help you get your first deal faster? Absolutely it will. But do you have to have it? No, it just depends. If you're one of those people that, like a $400-500 investment is going to be like not feasible right now, then you can absolutely do it the way that you're doing it. It's going to take longer, but it'll work. It's the way I did it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. You know, I'm trying to get wholesaling, full time eventually. I like what you said before. I think my strategy is gonna be like use my wholesaling to actually get into like owning properties, buying holds, and hopefully creating enough cash flow to where I can free up my time again. So that's like the long term plan, but still very
Hell
early.
yeah, man. Let's do it then.
Absolutely. One more thing for you, and then
What's up?
is there like public records for like appraisals, like, or should we just like have to take like people's word on like, oh, the property appraised for so and so?
No, you run comps. You run the ARV yourself.
Okay, so there's no like, yeah, we can't. We just verify like their appraisal by comps then.
Yeah. So, and you know me, dude. Hopefully, you've been paying attention the last couple of times that you've heard me teach. You know, I'm not like a shit talker. So when I ask you this question, don't get offended. Do you know how to run comps? Like, do you know how to run an ARV?
I mean, I feel like I do. Yeah, I just use prop
Oh,
wire.
okay. Then yeah, as long as you can. Well, hold on. Are you using the estimate from PropWire, or are you physically running comps? Because that's two totally different things. I don't suggest people just go off of the PropWire, batch leads, PropStream, Zestimate, Redfin estimate. I wouldn't go off of that in its entirety. I would still run my own comps, and here's why. A lot of those systems, what they do is they'll pull comps based off of distance, but they don't
Mhm.
take certain things into account like a human would. Like for running comps, we don't cross major streets, we don't cross train tracks, we don't cross any body of water, creek, river, stream, lake,
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah, I
You
got
know,
you.
so and a lot of times those systems won't do it. So if that's primarily what you're banking off of, I would still get into the habit of verifying that the ARV is correct. A lot of times you'll find like, maybe this is a little higher or lower than what it should be. So just be careful of that.
Definitely, definitely. Thanks for that. Because I mean, I just use prop wire, but I obviously got to be more careful. So appreciate it.
No worries.
All right. Thanks for everything, Sean. I gotta get back onto work, unfortunately.
No problem, man. Do your thing. There's a live tonight at 6 p.m. Central. I'll see you then.
See ya. Peace.
See ya.